Weekly update. Extreme close-up. Friday, June 11th. Letter from Peter V. in Hermosa Beach, California. Hello Dave, a brief note to wish you a Happy New Year and send an update on progress for our independent comic book documentary, Rise of the Renegades. At a certain point earlier this year, two things became apparent. There was no way I could cover everything of importance/interest from the 1960s through modern day in one documentary, and the underground era has too many fascinating personalities and groundbreaking work to cover in a brief amount of screen time. So I made the decision to split Rise of the Renegades into three parts, with the first part covering the underground. Despite the pandemic, I managed to get most of the main interviews, including Robert Crumb, Robert Williams, Victor Moscoso, Gilbert Shelton, Bill Stout, Dennis Kitchen, Ron Turner, plus a quorum of the female underground cartoonists, including Trina Robbins, Aileen Kaminsky, Lee Mars, and others. We're hoping to have a cut by this summer, at which point I would like to continue with interviews for Rise of the Renegades Part 2. Needless to say, I was disappointed that our Death of a Comic Book Salesman collaboration never came to fruition, but still am hopeful we can agree on a way for me to cover you and Cerebus in Part 2. I've enclosed a photo in which you can see how we were able to do the pandemic interview with Crumb and Aileen. That's me on the computer screen. There was one camera/sound person in southern France and me on a live feed from California. Given the technical innovation that now allows us to capture interviews remotely, there might be a way to do something with you that isn't intrusive. I'll be in touch later in the year, but in the meantime, I remain a steadfast fan of you and your work. Best, Peter V. To which I responded, "Hi Peter, thanks for your note of December 28th, which I'm just answering now because of your, quote, have a cut by this summer, unquote, time frame on part 1, i.e., no rush, I'm inferring. I'm glad that I don't have internet access. The idea of talking to a little Peter V with light shining through him for any length of time on a little TV in my studio gives me the heebie-jeebies. Nothing against you personally. However, I am sticking with our original deal. You give me a finished cut of part 2 of Rise of the Renegades with all of your Dave Sim coverage fully edited. Tell me how much room you have left for me personally, and I'll record an appropriate number of relevant, pithy, succinct, and hopefully funny rejoinders, cut to the available second, telling you where they fit, matching the narrative tone of whatever you send me. I think it'll be good, as if I'm actually engaging affectionately with Veach, Bissett, Bob Burden, Kevin Eastman, et al. I know you're a steadfast fan of me and my work, and I sincerely appreciate that. Looking forward to that final edit. Best, Dave." And have to say, looks like a very nice, cozy little place that Bob Crumb and Aileen have. That'll do it for a weekly update this week. I hope we'll see a bunch of you again next week.